Hello, everyone. I'm Caitlin Grant, Regional Director of Clinical Partnerships, and we are back with ED Connections, where we're live and connected. So we're live the second Wednesday of every month, so be sure to follow our network social media pages. The Odyssey Eating Disorder Network, comprised of Magnolia Creek, Selah House, Shoreline, and Toledo Center for Eating Disorders, focuses to meet clients where they are in their recovery. We provide the necessary therapeutic techniques to empower sustainable freedom. Our expert clinical teams help clients understand that recovery is possible by using individualized treatment plans comprised of a combination of evidence-based treatment modalities. Our goal is to make each client feel safe and close to home by conducting all levels of care in a comfortable home-like setting designed to offer clear step-down processes so that clients feel continually supported in their recovery journey. April is Stress Awareness Month, and we are excited to be talking to our clinical director at Toledo Center for Eating Disorders, Samantha Sattler. Toledo Center is located just outside of Toledo, Ohio, and cares for clients of all genders, ages 12 and up, at the residential and PHP levels of care. Sam, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. And I had a couple of questions for you, Sam. So
Sure.
Like I mentioned, April is Stress Awareness Month. Can you share a little bit about how stress plays a role in eating disorder triggers and relapse?
Absolutely. So stress is probably one of those things that we can all relate to. It's an inevitable part of life, unfortunately. So I think for us, obviously, we're going to all have different ways of coping with that. But for our clients, whether it is somebody currently struggling with an eating disorder or maybe somebody who had in the past, a lot of times their way of coping was through their eating disorder behaviors and symptoms, albeit an unhealthy coping mechanism. That's what they've kind of grown accustomed to. So it's really important that we are working with them to find healthy replacement skills, replacement behaviors for that, and healthy outlets. Especially with stress, there's going to be that heightened emotional, mental, physical response that's going to come along with that. So we want to make sure that they are prepared to deal with that in appropriate ways.
Great. Awesome. And so with relapse, you had talked about sort of, some of the things that we see, but what are some early signs that we should be aware of? You talked about some prevention, but what are some signs that we should be looking for?
Sure. I think really early signs are going to vary person to person, but some common themes or things to look for might be increased preoccupation with food or weight. Obviously, weighing oneself obsessively is never really a helpful layer. Dieting behaviors, dishonesty with their treatment team, avoiding social situations that involve food. Of course, re-engagement in the symptoms themselves is pretty high on that list as well. And we do a lot of work from, start to finish in various degrees with relapse prevention for our clients here to, kind of help man them with the tools that they need to be successful.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so we've talked about prevention and awareness and relapse, but when we're in it, can you share a few tips for our audience about how to manage or reduce stress?
Definitely. I think, it's really important, like I mentioned, that they work to find that healthy outlet. And really that's going to kind of need to be catered to each individual. I think when they have something that they can put into that they're passionate about, it's going to be far more effective for them. So that might be, maybe for our more active clients, that might be something with like yoga. For our more social clients, that might be something with, connecting with family or friends or their support system. In the midst of stress itself, sometimes those grounding techniques can be really helpful. I've heard a lot of people say, and it's spring, so now this one applies, but getting out in nature can be a really good tool, or journaling, making sure that you are allowing yourself to address the stress without being consumed by it, I think is going to be really key and in kind of helping them to feel more motivated and empowered as well.
Yeah, that's a great perspective. Thank you. Thanks. And so you're our clinical director at Toledo Center, and we're so grateful for you. Can you share a little bit about, sort of in your opinion, what makes Toledo Center such a great place to heal?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, first and foremost, I think of our staff. We have a very caring, knowledgeable team here that really work to guide our clients through the recovery process. The client themselves is kind of in the driver's seat of that process, but we're along for the ride and helping them. We really work to create that judge-free, supportive zone for them, a place that they can feel safe in addressing their needs. Doesn't hurt that we have a really beautiful setting outdoors as well, maybe to connect to that nature piece I just spoke of. And I really do want to acknowledge too, I think the added layer that peer support can kind of play in their process as well. I think for many, this might be the first time in their lives that they're around, a group of individuals that, get it, quote unquote, that understand what they're going through, even if it's not cookie cutter to their situation. I think that piece, that involvement of peer support it can be really a powerful thing for a lot of people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Toledo Center is very special. So I just want to thank you for all the work that you do there and the rest of the staff.
Absolutely. We think so too, but.
Awesome. Well, for more information about our eating disorder network of services, or if you or someone you know is suffering from an eating disorder, we are here and ready to help. You can visit our website, which is www.toledocenter.com. Contact our admissions team around the clock at 765-641-0022, or private message us on social media, including Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. We invite you to join us next month on the Selah House page. That's Wednesday, May 12th at 12 p.m. Eastern for our next ED Connections. From myself, Sam, and the Toledo Center team, thank you for joining us today. And again, we're here. We're ready to help, and we invite you to walk with us into freedom. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.